racial riots and disturbances between Chinese and Malays, Singapore separated from Malaysia in 1965 and became independent. Today, Singapore is a country built on immigrants and different cultures and religions, partly as a result of the strict and far-reaching policies of the government, but also because of the historical context. Racial and religious harmony is now regarded by Singaporeans as a crucial part of Singapore's identity. The citizens of Singapore can be divided into 4 groups called the CMIO, which stands for Chinese, Malay, Indian and other. Together, these groups create a united Singaporean people.
Basically, we are all Singaporean.
Yeah, that's nice.
We don't have racial prejudice. Of course, you will see some.
Yeah.
It happens everywhere around the world, but
Of course.
it is it's a crime to actually to be racial prejudice in this country, and also to talk bad about other races is also a crime in Singapore. In Singapore, there is no segregation in races. Maybe because we have been through a lot of racial events, and as a nation we grew up from it. So it now becomes a plus. Everything in Singapore now is well diverse.
So the Singaporean isn't defined by any ethnicity or religion. We visited the University of Singapore to hear more about the multiculturalism in the Singaporean society.
So we make a distinction between the society, right? So society is plural, right? So the fact that it was a colonial state that brought in people from different backgrounds into Singapore. So in a sense, multiculturalism, multiracialism was an empirical fact from the beginning of colonial presence in Singapore. So it's not a new phenomenon in that sense. If I had to tell the story of interethnic relations in Singapore, the story would largely be one of harmony, right? I think the instances of disharmony are really episodic, which I would say have been picked up and kind of blown out of proportion to some extent in order to, again, engage in the ideological work that is necessary.
Multiculturalism has been an important part of the Singaporean society since the colonial time. But what is the government's role in maintaining a multicultural society today?
One priority of the government is to try to give space for plurality. Right, like what Vinita was saying about the different customs, cultures and practices and religious adherences, for which so that people can feel as if, okay, I belong in the country in different ways, right? So the national ideology has always been to provide space, hence, this discourses of multiculturalism, multiracialism.
Understanding the success concerning racial harmony in Singapore is mainly connected to the foundation of Singapore, which is based on ethnic diversity. That and the strong control from the government creates a general consensus in the Singaporean society that there is no ethnic majority, even though 75% of the population is Chinese. The government maintains an idea of one people, one nation. Is this something we can learn from in Denmark, where no one would accept a government as controlling as the Singaporean? We talked to Kirsten Tisted, who works at the Department of Cross-Cultural Studies, about how the current linguification of ethnic minorities in Denmark has influenced our society.
Når det bliver følsomt, så er det fordi, at der tit bliver brugt ord, som er egnet til at udskille dem over for et os. Fordi majoriteten konstituerer sig selv som normaliteten, som det, der er transparent, det man ser igennem. Det man slet ikke får øje på, fordi det er så naturligt gjort, at sådan er verden bare. Det der her er problemet i de her minoritets-majoritetsrelationer er, at det meget ofte er majoriteten, der har magten til at definere minoriteten. Så længe begge parter opererer med nogle begreber, der i forvejen har dømt de andre ude, eller anderledes, eller fremmede, det er jo i sig selv modarbejde.
The fact that the majority have the power to define the minority is a huge factor in the Danish society. But is the Danish majority's linguification of ethnic minorities the reason behind the non-succeeding integration? And if so, would a more positive linguification help include the minorities in our society?